So, hey, y'all, hey, and welcome to another session of Meditations with the Marigny. So, in Georgia, this is the time of the year that our weather has what I was going to say it has bipolar because at one moment it's cold, at the next moment it's hot, the next moment the pollen is spreading out, the next moment it's raining. And unfortunately, during this time of year, it puts my sinuses on a very high alert. So if I sound a little nasal, it's because I am. But I was at a off-campus meeting, and I was just thinking. This morning was kind of a rough morning. Got some things going on with a few family members, and have some just personal things that I'm working through. And when I got to my meeting, the blessing about this meeting is it's a core group of people who really kind of work with interventions in your school. So they're really kind of looking at the needs of people. And it was just a good environment for me to be in this morning. But originally, I wanted to talk this morning about self care or being selfish. Like, when you take care of yourself, are you showing self care or are you being selfish? And then I was in the building, and this particular building, my badge does not work at this building. It's an off site location. So when you scan your badge, it doesn't work because it hasn't been activated for this building. But when you go into the building, there's another access. So you get access to get in the building, and then you have to get access to get past another set of doors that are in the building. And when the person is at lunch that runs that front desk, you can't get back in. So I asked one of my teammates, I said, hey guys, is anybody staying here during lunch? Because it's always so cold in this building that I come outside most times and I sit in my car like I'm doing now to warm up a little bit. And I was thinking as I was walking out that when we are in circumstances where we've decided to close everybody out, right? We're going to protect ourselves. And I thought about this building. This building is set up to protect those that are on the inside. It is set up so that only those that have access to the building can get in. But even once you get inside the building, you still have to go through another level of security to actually get completely inside. And so I was thinking about the fact that we're here today, we're having this meeting, and we have a meeting here monthly. And those of us that come monthly, we need access to the building. But as I was walking out, my spirit was just like, when you don't give access to someone, you not only keep them out, right? You not only keep them out of the building, but you don't allow them to come in either. That's good. Think about it. You not in your life, your heart posture, your ability to allow friends and family and new people into your life. You not only keep them out when you secure yourself so well that they can't get in, but you don't let them in either. And it can work twofold. But the thing is, for us to experience life at its fullest capacity. And what really kind of made me think about this is yesterday, an incident happened here in the metro Atlanta area where a little girl got into a fight with somebody. Evidently, she's been complaining about being bullied at school. And she got into a fight with somebody. And at the end of this fight, they say she fell down on the ground in her neighborhood, in her community. And she got back up, but then she fell down again and she didn't get back up. And one of the kids, that's her friend, ran home, got her mother. And the mom comes back and finds her baby laid out in the street. And at this moment now, the little girl was beaten so bad or had such damages that they have basically said that she's brain dead and she is not going to make it. So her parents are now planning for a funeral. And I know you're going to say, how does this tie into being locked out or being able to come in? I think that life is so precious. Like, I value every component of my friend's life, of my family's life, of my kids. That doesn't mean that I don't get upset about things, but I have a very high value for life and for living and for experiencing life with those that I love. And with that, I'm thinking about this mother who sent her baby to school, and now she is planning for a funeral. And I don't watch a lot of TV. Anybody that knows me know that I haven't watched traditional television in almost 5 years. So the only information that I get, I might get it when I open my Facebook account, or if I open a Google page or Microsoft page, Internet Explorer. If I open something like that and I see what today's news is. I also watch CNN 10 with my students every day, so I get that kind of world news. But for the most part, what I'm saying is I pulled away from watching traditional news because it was so depressing to me that I felt like I was internalizing too much of that. To sit and be dealing with the news every day, I just felt like it was too much for me. So when I think about what's happening with this mom, and her, I want to say the baby is 12 years old. So her 12-year-old child, who she looked at to have dreams and visions and going to her graduation and going to her prom and going to her wedding and all of those things that she might have thought would have happened, came to a screeching halt. And I have intentionally tried to make sure that I love those that are connected to me. I try to be very intentional with my friendships. I try to be very intentional. So if I left here today, if I left this place today, I feel very confident in the relationships that I have established. I feel very confident that every person that's in my life has been allowed to come in. That's good. Has been allowed to enter in. Some have been able to come in more in depth than others. So some people have only maybe been able to come in and get in that first portion of the doors. Like I said, there's like a waiting room where you got to wait for somebody to let you in again. And then there are other people who have had full access. And what I also looked at is once we are inside this building and we have full access, there are different rooms inside the building. And inside the building, some of the rooms are empty because they don't have anything in them. This used to be an old school and they remodeled it and made it like a training center. Some of the rooms have furniture in it. Some of the rooms have, one of the rooms is set up more like a little cafeteria and it got a vending machine and a refrigerator and a microwave in there. And then there are bathrooms. And I'm saying that to say that we may not use every room in the building, but I have access to the rooms. For my friends and family, I have tried to give them access to me. But I do know that in my process of learning to love myself more, when I talked about being selfish or showing self-love, I shared with a girlfriend this morning that this is my season of saying no. This is a season where I'm loving, but I'm also pouring more into myself. I'm learning to do for myself what I do for everybody else. And that is going to look different for many people. Some are going to say, Mariny's acting funny. She's being different. And I'm really not. But I am focusing more on making sure that I care for myself just as much as I care for everybody else. And so as I'm talking about giving access to others, I'm also talking about limiting access that some may have where they had free roam, that they will no longer have that. And then some that may come that may have only been in the waiting room are going to get free access. So as we look at what life is really about for us, I want you to think about making sure that you share your time with people who are sharing their time with you. Making sure that you are intentional about loving those who love you. So I did a video a while back called Choose Those Who Choose You. And I think that I'm going to go back and check it out because I might need a refresher on that. But for the sake of this video, just know that you have access to those that love you, and you need to give access to those who want to love you as well. You guys, if you like my video, click like. I'd love for you to share it with a friend, and I would love for you to subscribe. Have an awesome day. Bye.